Once again, we're here at Exodus Institute, 816 North Laramie. My name is Ed James, and I happen to have a very special guest here this afternoon, and we happen to have the Executive Director of Exodus, Mr. Altman himself, right here, getting ready to speak. It's hard to get him to talk about anything, but we got him on the camera today, and he's going to speak about whatever he wants to talk about. What's going on here at Exodus? He could talk about the artwork up here. He could talk about the drum and bugle corps upstairs making noise. He could talk about the senior program. But whatever it is that's on his heart, he could speak about. Mr. Altman, it's on you.
Yes. First of all, I want to say happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, and hope everybody has a great Turkey Day. As Mr. James has shared, that we're just going to have open dialogue here today about what we're doing here at Exodus Institute. We are trying to move our young people as well as our seniors into the next generation. Some of the things we're doing here are, we have, as you can look around, we see all this art from
children all around the United States and Canada. Beautiful art.
And from other countries as well.
Yes.
And so we're trying to raise the level of not only our children, but our community. And so a lot of things that we're trying to do is work with our young folks to help them elevate themselves for the next millennium, so to speak.
Well, one of the things that Mr. Altman does, and he don't sit back and tell it, he brings the youth and the seniors together to sit back, because you have to reach back and help one another. You know, and we have a senior program that here that he does a wonderful job with, where he's training them and teaching them to give back to the neighborhood and the community. And then the youth come in and they support the youth, and the youth learn from these seniors because of the wisdom that they happen to have. Now, all of these different programs that Mr. Altman sit back here and work with diligently each and every day. It's very hard and stressful, some of the things that he go through out here. Now, we're sitting back. We also happen to have, I do a little class with meditation. And we had a little meditation, especially for these holiday times. During this time from Thanksgiving to Christmas, it's a lot of stress, not just up on the seniors, but up on our youth too, because a lot of people, they go, well, they pass on in life, and you have a lot of people that might be sad at this time of the year. You know, so we want everybody to know that you could come to the meditation classes and different things, and to learn how to go inside to internalize some things and find out how to find some peace and love and harmony, and listen to the divine person inside of you. And Mr. Altman has a thing that he does with the seniors where he's training and teaching them how to do certain things in the neighborhood. Would you like to tell about your senior program and what they do?
Yeah, the senior program to me is a blessing based on, because I know I've been managing that program for about 12, 13 years, somewhere along in there. And originally when I got involved with the program, it was really based on helping the seniors to gain more skills, as well as try to get themselves back into the workforce based on the economy. And I know years and years ago when we worked at our jobs, and they always told us about retirement. And at that time, we were really believing that when we reached the age that we would retire. So in the system, what they're trying to do is bring them back help bring them back so that they will not be stuck with the situation that they can live off what this economy is offering them at down the road. One of the things that I have inquired when it comes to our young adults is that they don't see that far down the road. Mm-hmm. They don't see that 20 years from now that they may believe that they can retire, but without them not understanding the economy, 20 years from now, we don't know what the cost of living is going to be.
Oh, yeah.
I just think about when me and Mr. James and I were working for the government.
Right.
Way back in the 70s, we were making a lot of money at that time.
We were?
Yes, okay. We were. But the whole thing of it is that we look down the road and
inflation
and the economy changes, all of the different, what is it called? The changes in our system, we could not see the future.
Right.
You know. So one of the things that I have saw with our young people is to help them to understand that they have to be able to elevate themselves, because 20 years from now, they don't know what it's going to be.
So do you have a financial advisor come in, or how does it work with the young people, teaching and training them? How do you explain to them that this economy is going to change and you're going to have to adjust to that?
Well, I think what we do here at the Institute is we try to find resources.
Okay.
To help them, because we can't do everything. So we have to help them get resources so that they can find themselves, so that they can eventually see that everything is not as it seems.
Have you been successful with any youth? You don't have to mention their name, but
Mm-hmm.
have you seen success over the years with these youth, or have they went on to graduate from colleges, universities, or anything? Or
yeah, I would say yes. You and I, we work with probably, and when I say this number, it may seem like a lot, but we work with over 1,000.
oh,
Over 1,000 over the years. And I think what we tried to do in the process was be able to help as much as we could under the resources that we were offered at the time. And so now we're in a new phase of resources, and basically now we're in a phase where everything is really going towards media.
okay.
You know, so that's where we are now. We're trying to raise the level so that our young people will understand the power of the media. I can remember, this is Mr. James and I were a part of it. I can remember when we worked for the post office, and there was a question of that the mail it's going to be reduced. And I think at that time, it was going to be reduced because of fax machines.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we were hearing it, other co-workers didn't believe that nothing was going to change. And I always said that, wow, that's going to reduce mail. And now here we are in a new era where now, back then it was the fax machine, then it became the internet.
And now it's AI.
Now it's AI, but also it's the media. You know, everything we do is based on probably our cell phones. And so a lot of times our young people, they don't see that part of the industry because they're into it.
Well, you know, we sit back and we try to give them as much as they possibly can. Speak about the music program. Do you have in the future, maybe a choir that you're thinking about other than the drum and bugle corps, maybe doing some plays or certain things in that area?
Well,
performing arts?
we are trying to raise the level on all levels. I understand that the power of the media, I understand the power of information. A lot of times our young folks are getting information straight through their cell phones, which is the industry now. Now for us as older people, we don't really see it based on, because we don't take the cell phone serious.
Well,
a lot of older
I got a
people,
landline, so
well, a lot of older people think that the cell phone is complicated, whereas the young people, it's actually part of their hand. You know, they pick that cell phone up and they do everything with it. So what we're trying to do here at Exodus is bridge the gap. We have the seniors, and one of the blessings of the senior program is what I found is that the seniors did not see going to the next plateau as important. Just like you just shared,
right.
you still living with a landline.
Man, that do me fine. You know, you got to realize, you know, I guess I wasn't aware. I was frightened about all of that technology and all of that kind of crap and stuff. You know, I wasn't used to it. I had a secretary. You know, I would do things, let them do all of that stuff, you know. And now they're talking into the Dick Tracy-like phones and all of this stuff and tuning up all kind of things, you know. Matter of fact, do you help the seniors with that?
Yeah, well, I mean, what I try to do is get them to understand that the importance of it. See, we have to really understand that in the system that we're living in, the powers that be are the ones that decide what's going to be on the table.
Politicians?
Politicians, businesses. So in turn, what happens is that, and what I mean by setting the table, is that they set the table and we come to eat. Okay. So whatever they're going to give us, that's what we're going to eat. But when we look at the industry now, we have to look at their setting the table. So when we look at technology, because I'm a technology person, the technology is based on them eliminating, they're trying to eliminate money, they're trying to eliminate banks, they're eliminating the school process, because now what they want you to do is AI.
Right.
Any question that you have, go to AI.
Well, they don't have to pay AI the wages that they would have to pay anybody else. They don't have to worry about the sick leave and all of that stuff with AI. Sounds like they just trying to eliminate us. That's what you basically are saying.
Well, that could be true, but I think at the end of the day, we have to come to the table to eat. We choose the food we want to eat. One thing I've learned about what we do in our industry is we have people that have ideas. A lot of times people don't know how to manufacture their ideas.
Okay.
So what they do, and especially when we have the young, we come to them, and in the old days we'd always say, what do you want to be when you grow up? Mm-hmm. And I think what we used to always say is fireman, policeman, lawyer, doctor. Now it's a new industry. And so you have to determine what you want to do in this new, because we're not saying we want to be a doctor. We're not saying we want to be a lawyer. We're probably saying we want to be a rapper, or what's the other one?
Piano player.
Musician.
Oh, okay.
Sports player. Everybody wants to be
Athlete.
athletes. So what we want to do to raise the level of our young folks is get them to the point to whereas they cannot wait until it's too late to pursue what their real dreams are.
So it sounds like you have a good idea and a good plan to sit back here and help seniors and the youth come together to organize something where they're helping one another in the neighborhood and the community, and that's a blessing because you can make a whole village out of that. You know, it's like the young people with that technology, they can help train the seniors that don't know, about that may be afraid of that technology and different things.
Yes.
So you kind of combine that. I have a question. How can you get into that senior program, and what's the age limits?
Well, the senior program is from 55 on up. If you're interested in getting more information from the Institute, I guess you can call us.
What's that number?
773-961-6354.
Once again, say it one more time.
773-961-6354.
And for the youth, what are the ages of the youth to join different programs?
Well, we have an after-school program which is from the age of 6 to 17, as well as we have access to a program for the 18 to 24-year-olds.
Okay. And so for that 18 to 24, now at that age, they kind of need some money, because you're looking at them, they're basically out of school or they're going to college or a trade school or something.
Yeah.
So is there a way that you assist on that?
Yes, we can help assist on job readiness, job training with pay, as well as we do have resources for those that would love to go to college, okay? And then the other, what was the third one you mentioned?
I can't remember the third one up on there. I was trying to get some attention back here in the back.
Mm-hmm.
But, the things that you're doing over here at Exodus, it seems to be wonderful and great. I remember you had people, all the religions came together here in Chicago, and Exodus Institute was picked out of all of the places for these religions to come for world peace. And they called it peace in the hood. And all of these religions came here to Exodus. You had all of these politicians and religions and different people all came here, and these youth put all these wonderful pictures here. And Exodus seemed to be the movement of God's people. It was so wonderful. This was done in August. And I know that you don't have the finances and different things that you need. Tell how they can get in contact to help assist Exodus any way that they possibly can, with donations or however it is to be.
Well, they can contact us through email, which is probably the best way. That's exodusdb@yahoo.com.
Okay, once again, I want you to look in that camera and say that one more time.
exodusdb@yahoo.com.
And so that DB, that stands for Drum and Bugle?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay, so it's still Exodus Drum and Bugle Corps.
Yes.
Do you want to elaborate upon the the beautiful music that Exodus makes?
Well, just to share, we are actually putting together a major reunion of Exodus. And basically, as I've shared, what we're trying to do is bring back a lot of the members that have been a part of Exodus over the years. And right now we're organizing that. And we will be broadcasting and sharing that information. And
So will this be around Christmas and Kwanzaa celebration?
not at this point. We're actually trying to do something in Black History Month.
Okay. So nothing Christmas or Kwanzaa?
Not at this point.
We have a question from the audience.
Yes,
Question.
Mr. Altman, I got a question for you. If I wanted to see Exodus Institute, can I go like on YouTube and subscribe for it, or could anyone just go on YouTube and subscribe?
Yes, you can.
How do you do that?
That will be put up on the page, and we'll have a subscription information.
So right now, we can't see anything?
You sure can. That's Exodus Trips or Exodus at Trips, which is the at symbol.
So how often do you be at Exodus?
Well, I am here 5 days a week.
Not Saturdays?
Okay, 7 days a week.
Okay.
But, yeah, what was your?
The question was, what days are the youth here? What days are the seniors here? What days, and what other programs do you have here?
Well, that's a good question. We actually have a NA program here that meets on Sundays and Wednesday nights.
At what time do they meet?
The NA meets at 9:30 in the morning till 12:30.
What day is that?
Sunday.
And you said something about Wednesday night.
Wednesdays from 5:30 to 7:30,
Okay.
every Wednesday.
Okay. And what time do the youth come during the week?
Youth are here from Monday through Friday from 4 to 7.
Okay. And that's no groups on Saturdays or?
Well, usually on Saturdays, we do have a group that comes in on from 10 till 12
Okay.
on Saturday.
So you're kind of busy because you have to be here at all of those events and different things to let people in and out and all of that.
Yes.
So you're very, like you said, you're here 7 days a week. So you can call Mr. Altman. He's going to give you that number to call over here at Exodus so that you can sit back, donate, come out, join us on the Wednesdays. We're here at Wednesdays for the meditation from 10:30 to 11:30. And then we go into the TV program from 12 noon to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. This is a special program this week because of the holiday. It's Thanksgiving time, like Mr. Altman told you, wishing you all a very happy holidays and all of that. And be blessed to go out and do your shopping or whatever it is that's necessary. But I want you to be mindful of one thing. We got to have some peace and love and harmony within ourselves, and to pass this along to our family and friends and relatives during this time, because Thanksgiving is a very wonderful time. Let's be grateful of one another and be at peace and at love. And we want to thank you all, and thank you, Mr. Altman, for speaking out today. And thank you all for watching us on this holiday.